There's something special about really getting to know somebody out there on the water. It was on one of those little reeds.
Oh!
Curt! Yeah!
Oh, no!
It's off. Who cut the barb on this?
So it's really cool to get somebody like Curt to get out on the water and for a fun day of fishing.
You guys kind of do this a little bit, so.
Oh, that's a big one, dude. That's a big one.
I'll get the
Come
net.
on, get the net. Oh, she's gonna jump. Come on, man.
Sweetwater, presented by Waypoint.
Man, I am pumped that you made it down to South Florida. And you know, I don't have a ton of experience on Lake Okeechobee, but this lake is massive. It's supposed to get kind of windy today, but luckily we got power poles on the boat and we're at the south end of the lake. So that's gonna be a good thing. We can kind of hide from the wind, and this lake's got some giants in it. I've only fished it one time, but I've caught a few big ones out of Okeechobee. Have you ever been here and fished this lake?
Well, I've been down here for a few bass tournaments when they've hosted them down here on Okeechobee. But as far as getting out on the lake and actually fishing, I haven't done much fishing, so I don't know. I haven't caught an Okeechobee bass.
This lake has monsters in here, so we got to get you your first Florida bass. And Miles knows this lake really well. I mean, he's had several really good tournaments out here. He's actually won tournaments on this lake. Curt Hill from Power Pole has been a guy that I've really enjoyed working with for many years, and I know you have too, you know, on a personal level and through the show. And he's just such a cool guy, and he's always been very friendly and super helpful. He's very hands-on.
I think the first time I met Curt was probably at ICAST years ago, you know, and he just was always a real friendly guy. As soon as I'd get into the Power Pole booth, he'd always be ready to talk fishing and talk outdoors.
You know, I always have high expectations anytime I'm about to go fishing, but there's something different about showing up on any Florida lake, but Okeechobee specifically. I mean, just knowing how many big bass live in there. And you know, I've caught Okeechobee bass before, so I had my Okeechobee fix as far as catching an Okeechobee bass, but Curt had never caught one. So I was ready for you to get there, show us how it's done, and put us on the fish so Curt could get that big O bass. Miles, you made it.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Miles.
Curt, what's up, brother?
Morning, buddy.
How are you?
How's it going?
You ready to put us on some giants?
Hopefully, hopefully. Right now we're gonna go fish a little bit at South Bay. And this is actually an area that I fished quite a bit when I was going to college. The wind's coming out of the south, which is always really good to be on. Wherever the wind direction is coming from, that's where you want to be on the lake, because it clears up that water and you can kind of hide from it. I think today overall is going to be a really good day.
I have a feeling with the guns on Curt, if we put him around one, he's going to crack him.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a good day. I'm excited.
Well, are we about ready?
Yeah,
I've got
the boat ready. Let's put it in the water.
Sounds good.
Get
Let's
to
do
it.
it. Time to go fishing.
I'm Curt Hill from Power Pole, the advertising manager. I help out here with Sweetwater, doing all their contract stuff, getting them anything that they need to make a great show with our products involved in it. I'm a recreational fisherman. I'm not anywhere near a pro fisherman. You know, you hear about these legendary bass that they have in here, and I know that they've got big ones in here.
So Curt, how long have you been working with Power Pole?
I started with Power Pole back in 2007.
It's about right when I moved to Florida.
There's a bite.
Oh, he's hooked up.
I got him. Get in here.
Very nice.
It's a pretty little Florida bass.
It's a good way to start the day.
Oh yeah. Got to start somewhere, right? It's such a beautiful morning too, man. Just something about being in Florida in February, and like I barely, you know, it's barely cool enough to have this jacket on. It's a healthy little fish. We just need one 20 inches long built like that for you, Curt, and you'll be in business.
How did it bite? Was it on a reed?
Yeah, it was on one of those little, just one of those little reeds.
Oh! Curt!
Curt, yeah!
Oh, no, it's off.
Dang it. Better put a waypoint right here. And
That won't be the last time.
oh, man. We almost had a double, Curt.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You catch
He
you
was
off guard?
little, and yeah, he caught me off guard. There we
One
go.
doesn't feel little. That's a big one, I think. He's got me in the reed.
All right, we're gonna go back to him.
They're here, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They're here. You get 3 bites and 3 casts in Florida.
That's a good sign.
Dang it. Oh, he's on there still. He's not as big as I thought, but he's on there. Look at his little tail wagging.
Waving to you.
Hey, buddy. You can drop the poles right here. Oh, stop it.
Oh, he's not nearly as big.
Dang it.
Smaller than the other
Look,
one.
he's got a cool black dot on his tail. Look at that. Looks like his tail's inked up. That was fun. Dude, he got me in that reed. It felt like a dang giant. Oh, God.
I'm gonna give this jackhammer a little bit more time.
Yeah, you do that. Me and Curt will pop him on a worm behind you. Oh, that's fun. All right. That is such a good sign, though. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. For more Sweetwater action, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And remember, you can watch any episode, any device, anytime on waypointtv.com.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Waypoint TV. Stream the best in hunting and fishing series. Download the app today. Wiley X. B&W Trailer Hitches. Towing Adventure. Battleborn Batteries. Get out there, stay out there. Power Pole. Swift, silent, secure. And by Scales. Every degree of water.
So South Bay really sets up very well, especially with that south wind. It's essentially the area that we wanted to fish is really, they call it Boy Scout cut, kind of. And it's this big enclosed bay that is just lined by very dense reed patches. And these reed patches are really, really good at breaking up the wind and allowing those fish to bed in a situation where it doesn't get really muddy, even with a stronger wind.
And it was cool to see, you know, how much fishable water there was right in that area. But just like any other situation in Florida, there's gonna be those key little parts and those key little stretches and little patterns within the whole entire big picture that are gonna help you to have more success.
Fortunately, we kind of set the boat down right on top of a group of fish, which turned out to be one of the key sweet spots on that flat.
And right away, positive feedback was coming in the boat by the form of a couple bass to start the day off.
Could have been luck, could have been a great guide. We'll never know. There's a fish.
Yeah,
that feels like a good one. Come on.
That's a little better one, isn't it?
Coming in.
Dude, they are loaded right here.
That's a good fish.
They are stacked in here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to get one to the boat.
You will. All right, Curt, I'll take the right-hand side of this reed. You get the left-hand side. There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
Curt.
yeah.
That was a good hook
doubles,
set.
doubles.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
Doubles.
No. No, that was a good hook set, man. You stuck it.
Joey, did you give him a bad hook?
No, it's brand new.
Who cut the barb on this?
Look at
Coming
that.
at you.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez. That's awesome.
That was
You
fun.
even gave me him.
That was so much fun.
Put it right in his mouth.
We might just have to put the power poles down and just work this area real thorough.
When it comes to Miles and Joey, I've met them a few different times throughout the years of being a sponsor of the show. And I've met them more in the trade show environment where we don't get too much personal time together to really get to know one another. This was my first opportunity to really have a day with them where we got to exchange stories and just talk about life and learn about kids and what we do in our free time other than just the fishing. They make you feel comfortable on the boat. So even when I'm missing those fish, you know, I never really felt out of sorts or out of place just because they were there. They kept encouraging me and, you know, it was just easy going day. So it's real nice to get to know people a lot better and be personable with them, especially when you're doing business with them.
I grew up on a lake in Washington and I used to fish off the dock all the time, and I was like 8 years old and I went down to the dock and I'd been seeing this big bass swim around the diving board. And I remember throwing a lizard out there and I caught like a 6.5 pounder. And just watching the bass like vacuum that lizard in and then catching it by myself is just, I was just hooked on bass fishing because I had trout fished and bluegill fished my whole life, you know, growing up. But when I was 8 years old, that was kind of my moment that got me hooked for good on bass.
So I grew up for the first 6 years of my life down in the Keys in Marathon.
Okay.
And one of my favorite things to do is just go down to the dock and, you know, throw a shrimp in the water. Well, we had this sunken skiff right next to the dock, and there was this nurse shark that kind of took up residence in that skiff. And one day, I ended up hooking into that nurse shark, And and so ever since, that's just been one of my greatest memories was fighting that nurse shark. And that's what I think. I really do think that was the moment that hooked me on fishing.
I don't think I'll ever forget this fish. I'll never forget it.
It's a very memorable fish.
Oh man.
Oh,
They're biting so good right now. Oh man.
For me, it was, we were in Georgia.
Yeah.
And we'd rented a little cabin, came with a little John boat.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning we'd get up before the sunrise, go out on that John boat, and take stink bait and catch catfish.
Yeah.
And bring them back and fry them up at the cabin.
Oh yeah.
And for me, that just always stuck with me as being at that little cabin with,
Yep.
It was like a little 2-burner stove, nothing fancy.
Just everything you needed to be happy.
Yeah. And that just stuck with me forever. So that's kind of my moment that I have from fishing.
Everyone that loves fishing has that moment, for sure.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
This is my second year using a Mercury Pro XS 4-stroke, and I've absolutely fallen in love with this engine. I mean, it is just such a perfect motor. It's so reliable, it's quiet, it's got incredible torque and really, really good hole shot when you're taking off. Even in super shallow water, it's gonna get you up on plane quick and get you wherever you're going. I mean, they are just the perfect motor, and they're super easy to maintenance.
And one of my favorite features on the V8 4-stroke is the access hatch for maintaining your oil levels and checking to make sure that it's in the right condition. Open the hatch, pull out the dipstick, and there we go.
We're good to go.
We are good to go. The oil is at a good level, and it is also in really good condition. And with the brand new Mercury V8 4-strokes, it's a really easy process to check your oil, which is extremely important.
Make sure you're fully educated on how to maintain these Mercury engines, and also if you want to check out more about it, you can go to mercurymarine.com.
If you take care of your Mercury will take care of you.
There's something special about really getting to know somebody out there on the water. You know, when you spend a day on a lake or a river or ocean, whatever, fishing with somebody, you really get to know what they're all about and see their true colors. And it's such a cool opportunity to meet like-minded people that work in the industry and also love to go fishing.
So it's really cool to get somebody like Curt, who we've worked with for many years now and works for a great company, PowerPole, to get out on the water and for a fun day of fishing.
Being stuck inside all the time, people have just gotten that urge and will to go outside, go fishing, ride bikes.
As far as like 2020, that's got to be one of the record-setting years for you guys.
Well, the whole fishing industry. There's been more boat sales, motors.
I don't know why people would be fishing more. I mean, it's not like it's
fun.
exciting or anything.
Yeah, it's not that fun. I don't get it.
I know on my lake, I mean, it was crazy. On a Tuesday, the ramp would be full, which is so cool to see, you know.
Yeah.
People just really enjoying the sport and having more time to kind of reconnect with some of the things they've lost, you know, in the hustle bustle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's one.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's a big one, dude. That's a big one.
I'll get the
Come
net.
on.
Get the net.
Oh, she's gonna jump. Come on, man. That's
Oh,
a big
that
one.
is a nice one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good one.
What a nice fish.
Oh.
Nice 5-pounder.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. They are loaded. Beautiful fish. You can see her belly's all rubbed from spawning and stuff, but
That is a
she's
nice
pre-spawned.
one.
Look how fat she is still. Man, that was awesome.
Good fish.
All right, thank you, girl.
See how he do? See how he do?
Go home
Catch him on the back of the boat.
and tell your big sister I love her. Yeah, Curt.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Every time today. Every time.
Dang it, man.
Every time.
Let me check your hook. I'm checking your hook. You're just letting those ones go because you know they're little and you got a big one on your list, so. Hook looks good. I'm gonna open it up a little bit just so it. You know, we were catching a lot of fish and Curt was kind of struggling just getting him in the boat, which it was nothing he was doing wrong. I mean, he was setting the hook strong. She's sharp. But I had an idea to help him, you know, hook a few more of those fish and, you know, get him pegged right. So I just took that extra wide gap hook and I opened it up just a little bit, which seems kind of weird, but for, you know, it was just kind of the perfect adjustment for Curt, just opening that hook up just a little bit. You know, you don't want it wide open where the point's not going to go through, but just, you know, that tiny angle change.
And even that little adjustment could just add to his confidence. And, you know, anytime you do something like that to try to help your landing ability, sometimes that's all it takes to get that confidence and to get that fish in the boat the next pitch.
What's your biggest bass you ever caught, Curt?
A smallmouth bass.
Oh, really?
And it was about 6.5 pounds.
That's a beast.
Ooh, that's a giant.
6.5. Where'd you catch that at?
We were up on the Niagara River.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yep, right at the mouth of the Niagara River.
Great fishery.
Man.
Here we go.
Get him, buddy, get him.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Get in here, boy, yeah!
Yeah!
Never give up! Way to go, Curt. Good job, man.
Finally!
He was not letting that one go.
I had to get one on the day.
Yeah, buddy.
Yellow.
Had to get one.
Brother,
Thank you.
good job. Fist bump. Good man.
Here we go. Go back home and get bigger.
That was very fitting that you caught that one with the power poles down.
Sweetwater is brought to you by Z-Man, the science and art of fishing. Bubba, the ultimate lifestyle. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Motor Guide, the tour is back. And by Lake County, Florida, real close.
One of the things about the wind is usually it'll make it more difficult to fish an area, but with power poles, it made it actually easier because we were able to sneak up on those fish. We would put the power poles down and then fish an area real thoroughly, pick them back up, and then drift a little bit, drop them, and then again, just pick that area apart. Power pole just flat out makes a product that has not only revolutionized, you know, fishing as we know it in shallow fisheries, but also make a product that is just so foolproof and durable, and they stand behind their product, which is something I've always admired about them.
You know, I totally agree with you. PowerPole has been so strong from the beginning, you know, when they came in, supporting their products and continuing to evolve and to make more and more improvements to their existing products, but then introducing new things and just growing in the industry and really expanding the entire industry as a whole.
Man, Curt, one thing that you guys, I'm just really impressed with is your new charge system. I mean, on my Lowrance here, I can open this up and see exactly what my voltage is on all my batteries, and also which battery is supplying power to the other batteries.
Yeah, and it takes the place of 3 different devices that you would normally have to have. Your onboard charger, a charge on the run, and an emergency jump start system. And while maintaining your batteries, so it gives you an additional feature there. And like you said, you can pull it right up on here on your Lowrance through our gateway, or you can pull it up on the phone app if you don't have a compatible unit,
right,
or MFD. I get a lot of people that say that and they're inside their house and they don't want to go out in the garage, or their garage is detached from the house.
Right.
So there's not an easy access. It's raining, snowing, it's cold out. They just don't want to go. So they just pull it right up on their phone and they know where they're at for the morning, or if they even plugged it in. Some people just check to see if they plugged it in, because it'll tell you that too.
That's awesome, man. You guys definitely nailed it with the PowerPole charge system. It is just perfect. It's just so nice to know that we got plenty of juice and we can go fishing all day, and it's time to catch some now.
Got plenty of power.
From PowerPole.
Ah, see what you did there.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Put that boy in the boat. Did your line
Good
just
job
show
with
up?
the assist.
Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, Curt. That's a nice one though.
That is a nice one.
That's a little better than the ones I've been
Heck yeah.
getting.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good job, man. That's number 5.
Yep. You got a limit, dude.
It's pre-front, so we got higher winds, and we definitely use the power poles all day long. Getting in those reeds and getting up close and tight where we needed to be, it kind of kept us out of the wind, but we were able to stop without getting blown off the spot and pick apart a little pocket or a point that was holding the fish that we were catching.
Man, this little funnel is perfect because you got this wider area back here. The wind's just blowing right through it, creating a lot of current.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Good job, man.
Settle down.
Good job. You showed
Good
him
work.
who was balls.
Pretty
Yeah,
little
he's got a little
Florida
mating bruise on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys bringing me out here for my first.
Oh, Miles cracked one.
You are very welcome, by the way.
No, it's been a great day.
It has been a lot of fun.
For my first time out here on Okeechobee, we've caught a lot of bass, close to that size, a little bit bigger. There's been a few that have been bigger. But it's been an awesome adventure.
Yeah,
It's been nice. So I'm really appreciative that Sweetwater thought of me to invite me down here to Lake Okeechobee and go fishing with them. All in all, it was a good day. We caught a lot of fish amongst the 3 of us, and we had fun. That's the most important. When you're on the water, you gotta go have fun, right? So that's what we went and did.